Let us quick explore the Elastic Beanstalk console. So here, let's go back to Elastic Beanstalk. So Elastic and then Beanstalk right here. And you can see that we have one environment. So if I click on it, so this is the one that we've just created. And you can see the platform, state, supported, platform, Docker, and the version 1. So remember, we specified the version right here. And the tier name is web server. So click on it. And you've seen this screen right here. So everything is up and running fine. And right here on this left panel right here, let's go ahead and explore these sections. So here, for example, we can see the list of application versions. So here, remember before we started with a sample application and then we deployed version 1. So if we wanted, we could actually say that we want to deploy this sample application. So we could go back a version. So this is why it's important for us to label the versions correctly. So maybe the new version has some issues and then users are affected, then you might roll back to a previous version. If I go back and right here, you can see that we have information. So here, go to environment. So this just opens up the link for us and we can play around with our application. And let me close this. We have configuration. So this will give us information about what's been deployed. So we have the software, we have the instance. So you've seen this instance right here. So this EC2 instance, and right here we have the AMI. So this is the image that was used for bringing up that EC2 instance. You can see the max. So this is the auto scaling group. So you've seen that we can have a max of 4 running and a minimum of 1. And right here we have the scale down increment -1 and then scale up increment +1. So this is for deployment purposes. And we have the load balancer with 1 listener. So the load balancer is this right here. And if I go back, we have security. So we have the EC2 key pair. So if we want to SSH into the instance, we can using the key pair, and then the monitoring, and then we have some other things. So right here, we don't have notifications because we haven't configured the email. And also we don't have a database, which we will configure in a second. You can also check the logs. So you can request logs, full logs or 100 lines. And I'm not going to do that. And then health. So this tells us the health of the application, and you can see the instance. So this is the instance. If I click on it, it just tells me that this is the type T2 micro. So this is a very small instance. And then this is the availability zone. So currently it's running on EU West 1A. And we have monitoring. So we can see basically the environment health in here. We can see the target response, the number of requests. So you can see that I made a couple requests in here. And then this is the CPU utilization and some networking stats as well. We have alarms. So we don't have anything because we haven't configured anything. But here, for example, you can say, right, so if the CPU is 50%, then trigger an alarm, for example. We have manage updates. So there is nothing here. And we have events. So you've seen all of this. And we also have tags. So check this out. So we've added these tags. And in addition, this tag was added for us. And to be honest, this is it. And also, if you want to add more tags, you can do it. So let me go back to environment, and then here I can click on my environment, and also we have applications, and I can click on the application name. So depending whether you want environments or application, you can access your application. So here, there we go. So there you go. Obviously, we're going to be deploying a new version very soon once we connect to a real database, and also we're going to bring a database within Amazon. But yeah, so if you have any questions on Elastic Beanstalk, go ahead and let me know. But as you saw, it's super easy to use. And as I speak, you can see that we have a warning. Wow, so this is interesting. Oops, so that went back to okay. It is interesting, so let's just have a look what's happening there. So monitoring, and we have, what do we have? Health. So it seemed that, so let's reload this. And yeah, I think that was a blip. So the application is still accessible. So if I click on this link, yes, the application is still accessible. So whew, I almost got scared there. But the good thing is you saw that this is actually working. So as I was saying, if you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. But as you saw, Elastic Beanstalk, it's a really simple to use service. All we've done was deploy this file in here, and then that deployed all of the resources needed in order to deploy our application to real users. Catch me on the next one.